Carmel Sepuloni.
To the Minister for ACC, is the Minister confident that victims and survivors of sexual abuse are getting fair treatment from ACC?
The Honourable Tony Ryall.
Mr Speaker, on behalf of the Honourable Nick Smith, I'm advised that since introducing the 16 hours of support sessions recommended by the independent review of the clinical pathway, there has been good uptake of these sessions and ACC has made positive gains in this area. ACC has also engaged Dr Barbara Disley, who chaired the initial review, to perform a 6-month progress report of ACC's implementation of the recommendations, and that report is expected shortly. I am confident that this progress review will confirm that ACC has made positive gains.
Carmel Sepuloni.
Supplementary question. Does he think that fair treatment includes a senior medical advisor at ACC, Dr Peter Jansen, suing an ACC claimant, a victim of sexual abuse, for $250,000 for speaking her mind on a blog about the appalling treatment of sexual abuse victims under his watch?
The Honourable Tony Ryall.
Well, Mr Speaker, on behalf of the Minister, I would say that the Minister of ACC is very concerned for the victims of sexual abuse, and he goes to great lengths to see that ACC handles them sympathetically and fairly at all times. If the member has some information that she would like me to raise with the Minister, I would be more than willing to do that.
Carmel Sepuloni.
Supplementary question. Will he investigate how Dr Peter Jansen accessed private information about a victim of sexual abuse and used it to initiate legal action?
Order. If this is a matter where legal action has been initiated, I think we need to be fairly careful about that. I don't believe I should allow that question. I'll hear the Honourable Trevor Mallard because I don't want to be...
I think the matter is relatively simple as to whether the matter is before a court or not. And so if it's not before a court, it's my understanding that it's been the practice of the House for questions to be allowed on it. If it is before the court, I think the practice is been developing, at least of you being consulted before the matter is brought up.
That seems reasonable argument. I'll allow the Minister to answer. The Honourable Tony Ryall.
Mr Speaker, I know that the Honourable Nick Smith is always concerned for the victims of sexual abuse, and if the member has information that she'd like to bring to me on that case, I am sure that the Minister will deal with it. It is completely unacceptable if ACC staff have not been dealing with the victims of sexual abuse in a sympathetic and professional way.
Carmel Sepuloni.
Supplementary. Does he think it is fair treatment for a senior advisor at ACC to not have the resourcing to provide counselling to a victim of sexual abuse, but does have the resources to sue her for $250,000?
The Honourable Tony Ryall.
Mr Speaker, on behalf of the Minister, I have no information as to who is funding any of the suggestions that the member is making opposite with respect to legal action. What I do know is the Minister is very concerned to make sure that all victims of sexual abuse are dealt with sympathetically and professionally by the ACC.
Supplementary
Carmel
question.
Sepuloni.
Does the Minister think that it is fair treatment for ACC claimants to be subjected to this type of legal action by ACC employees? And can other ACC complainants expect the same fair treatment if they dare speak out?
The Honourable Tony Ryall.
Mr Speaker, I would invite the member to immediately bring the information and concerns that she has to the Minister's attention. The Minister is always concerned to make sure that the victims of sexual abuse are dealt with sympathetically and professionally by the ACC. If she can show that that is not the case, I'm sure the Minister will seek to take action.
Point of order, Mr Speaker.
Point of order, Carmel Sepuloni.
I seek leave to table a letter by the legal representation for Dr Peter Jansen to the sexual abuse victim accused by Dr Jansen of defamation dated 12th of April 2011.
Leave is sought to table that document. Is there any objection? Did I hear objection? No, there is objection. Question number 12, Dr Cam Calder.
Thank you, Mr Speaker.